Welcome to Las Vegas. Victory in the last 2 seasons here, and on both occasions gifted to us by very fortuitous circumstances. But with the nature of the Drivers' Championship right now, I could very much do with victory again if you don't mind. The race is going to be dry then wet at the end. That rain may well come significantly earlier than the final third of the Grand Prix, so it might be quite a race of attrition here in between the walls down the strip. The championship almost couldn't be tighter. Lando 2 points behind me, Charles Leclerc 3 points behind me. 3 full-length Grand Prix and a sprint to come. That's ridiculous. So this is absolutely the closest title fight I've ever had in any F1 game ever. We did not have a great time in Portimao last time out, an 8th placed finish. We have had points at every Grand Prix other than obviously the DNF in Saudi Arabia, which was game mechanic related. So got to be happy with that, never finishing outside the top 8 actually. But still might not be enough. Still might not be enough. Last season's results from here and the season before were identical and very, very strong. So I am praying for the same again. But whether we get the same again remains to be seen. Obviously, Las Vegas is a track that can throw up a number of unforeseen issues in terms of chaos and people in walls and red flags and safety cars, etc. So fingers crossed. If we're in a good position, that doesn't happen. And if we're in a bad position, it does happen. So I'm probably going to stick with the same setup that's gotten us victory the last 2 years, really. I don't see too much point in changing that, especially if there's going to be mixed conditions. But it is going to be nail-biting every lap between now and the end of the season. And we just have to hope that we're quick enough. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more content. The Journeyman will continue to come to you, of course. And F125 is really not that far away now at all. We're into April and it comes towards the end of May. So 6 weeks or so and it'll be F125 time. I cannot wait for that. Unfortunately, we have to, but the wait gets shorter with every passing day. Thank you very much for watching all the F1 stuff, though. I appreciate it very much. It's the first time we've gone an entire year with F1 content on the channel, so thank you for your continued support here. And do show F125 all the love when it comes. I'm going to try and show everybody in Las Vegas all the love and try and get myself a maximum amount of points here to give myself a better chance of winning this championship. Still using the same setup as last year, as we mentioned on the way in. Car feels fine. Tyre wear supposedly very good, but I think everyone's tyre wear is going to be very good by this point in the save, isn't it, really? It's not much of an advantage at this stage to the race strategy telling me your tyre wear is going to be 25% better than expected because, well, everyone's tyre wear is going to be significantly better than expected because everyone has very heavily upgraded cars at this stage. So we'll put as fresh a bits in as we can because obviously we're going to need as much power as possible down that straight. And then traditionally here I tend to qualify really poorly and then have a good race. So see if we can go better this time. Unlikely. .28.4? Lando! Where has that come from? 28.4 is disgusting. Using every last bit of the battery. I did a 28.6, I think, there. This is good enough for 4th. Well, that's better than the last 2 years of qualifying already, because we were P20 and P16 the last 2 years in Vegas, so already more positive than usual. But hopefully it's not vice versa, and we qualify well and race poorly. Oh, Max Verstappen out. Did he only go once? A handful of cars only went once. No, Max went twice and did not improve. The Red Bulls will start at the back of the grid. Doesn't mean anything for the championship because it's me, Lando and Charles Leclerc, but that is intriguing. It's one less car to get involved and take points off other drivers. So it just means it's even more of a three-way fight at the front rather than more cars getting stuck in. was a little bit scruffy through the sphere section. Thank you for the 10 bits, Danny. Truly. Oh, that was poor. Didn't get on the power very well onto the back straight at all there. Gasly's just gone fastest, which shows you there is a lot of pace yet to come from some of the others. We might see some of those that are still in the box knocked out here. Might see me knocked out here if I don't pick myself up for the end of the lap here. Fernando does a 28.3. It's the fastest lap we've seen so far in all of qualifying. Now I'm going to do a 28.8, which is not a great lap. That might be me out, let alone the others. 8th. We're through, but it was significantly slower than we know we've got in the locker. A couple of tenths slower than the last session. They all survive. No, Stroll. Stroll is the only one that doesn't survive, annoyingly. Stroll doesn't survive, the others do, frustratingly. My 28.6 from Q1 would have had me at least in the top 3, but Fernando doing a 28.3 is very fast, and I suspect we might well see them pushing the 27s in Q3. This is going to be my worst lap of qualifying. 28.8 again. My Q1 lap was my best lap. I don't know whether it was just battery management or just not putting the lap together, but I mean, P8 is definitely better than we qualified in the last 2 years at Vegas. But Charles, 27.9. Lando starts P5, but Charles is just as much of a threat as Lando now in the championship. So 8.5 tenths off. That's unbelievable. Right, we may well need to rely very heavily on strategy here. I would go as far as to say I feel that I am 98% confident that I'm going to lose the championship lead after this round. Hopefully, there's some grid penalties to a certain couple of drivers, but not likely. My teammate P2's great for the constructors. Thank you, George. Just as consistent in this save at the minute as he is in real life right now. Although I'm recording this before the Japanese Grand Prix, so that might change depending on how things go at the weekend. Lando P5 and me P8. So no penalties in front of me. And it doesn't seem like there's going to be any penalties behind me either. In fact, it doesn't matter if there's any penalties behind me because there's nobody back there that we should worry about. Verstappen might well make his way through a little bit, but whether Verstappen actually gets anywhere near the punchy positions, I don't know. It recommends a medium-hard one-stop.
Don't let me down.
But with rain forecast, I mean, the hard is so much slower than the medium. And with my pace being seemingly as poor as it is, I don't feel like starting on the hard is really an option. We're gonna have to go on the mediums and then see what our tyre wear is like and how far away the rain is before we make a decision as to what tyre we go to next. But we should have 2 sets of mediums available, so I could go medium, and then to the rain, because that rain is definitely coming. He says, potentially jinxing himself and it doesn't come, but I'll go medium, and then we'll just have to take it from there. Fuel-wise, I think it's going to be a bit of a drinker here, so I might actually put a little bit more fuel in, just a couple of ticks. It's a 50-lap race here, because it's such a long circuit. But, oh dearie me, this could go any which way, couldn't it? But Charles and Lando will be very quick. We're going to have to make some overtakes, and quite a few of them today, if we're to get anything out of this. Wish me luck. I think my championship lead is going to say bye-bye for the meantime. It's weird parking on the wall like this. Very slow, very slowly into the pit box.
Okay,
but parked well enough.
There, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
Am I going to get a good launch though as the race starts? When do I ever get a good launch when the race starts? I'm so bad at race starts. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's me being bad or the AI are just really good or what. Actually, that was a pretty decent race start. Hamilton, I was going to shove me into a wall there if I keep going. That was very, very tight and nervy indeed. I thought maybe about going up the inside of Lewis, and very quickly changed my mind. Bit of contact with Ricciardo, who's now gotten past Gasly, and subsequently myself too. Is he going to pull to the inside here? No, he's going to stay on the outside. We're going to stay ahead of Gasly. Tsunoda and Hamilton now fighting. Lewis had a really poor start. Really, genuinely, was one of my best starts, that, I think. Really quickly off the line, bouncing over the curb, something chronic. We're already losing the front four here with these two battling quite so fiercely. Can't afford to lose those front few. Really can't afford to lose those front few. Charles Leclerc currently leading the way.
That's a decent start. Good
It's
job.
not a bad start. It's not a great start either. I was poor through that last section. Try and save a bit of battery to use it maybe down towards turn 1. If possible. DRS enabled obviously on lap 2. Quite slow through there as well. Just wary about traction really. I know that the car can get away from you and you quickly end up in a wall if you're not careful.
Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can
I try and be a bit careful.
1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Now, here's where we have to hope that our tyre wear is genuinely better than everyone else's, and that everyone else doesn't just have significantly better tyre wear than expected, as well as myself. Under no pressure from behind whatsoever, so quite happy with that at the minute. And I think Lando's having a go at the car in P3. I'm not sure who is in P3. I think it was my teammate George Russell. There's a big gap back to a Haas somewhere behind us. I don't know what's going on there, but they seem to have lost a lot of ground. It's Lance Stroll battling with someone. Well, it must be better here this time. Still a bit of wheel spin, but better exit. Fernando Alonso leads, although with DRS now a factor. Charles could take the lead again. I'm actually hanging back a little bit here purposefully, because I know they're going to get really slow through here, because they're going to go side by side. And if I could have swung somehow around a couple in front, we might have made a position there. No concerns at the minute. I know we're P8, but it's not a problem. I did just set the fastest lap of the race there briefly, I think. It changed hands very quickly between a number of different drivers. Okay, well, we're more competitive here than we were in Portugal, that's for sure, so far.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of it.
Tyres are all right. Got to be a lot closer to have a look up the inside into there. Definitely not close enough. Just biding our time for now. Waiting for the rain or an undercut pit stop. Whichever might be the best option in about 20 laps time. Currently wants me to stop on lap 22 as it stands. But we shall wait and see when the weather's coming. That was a better exit. Talk to me about weather. Anything?
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Getting that slipstream. On the inside. Try and hold it. And we've held it. It's not full too far behind Yuki though. I mean, there's multiple that are side by side up here. You can be very slow around this right hand unless they've all got themselves into a train, which they have. Lando now challenging for the lead. Lando was P5 off the grid, P4 after lap 1, and now leads halfway around lap 4. Lando is on it today. We're up 1 position from the start. Still very happy, very comfortable. No concerns at the moment. Lando under pressure. Yuki Tsunoda under pressure. Hello, son. Bye, son. See you, pal.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
A little bit rude on the second apex, but he backed out and then just chopping and changing left, right and centre in front. All over the shop. This is just non-stop action so far after 6 laps. Leclerc now leads and Lando's nearly 4th. The power of DRS down that straight, down the strip, is absurd. It's just worth biding my time and just waiting for an undercut, I think, more so than anything else at the minute. There's no point getting stuck in for the sake of getting stuck in. Might as well just protect my tyres a little bit. If an overtaking opportunity presents itself, we'll take it. If it doesn't matter. We're still very much just right here. Able to save quite a bit of battery as well. Lewis has gone defensive here, so I'm going to have a look around the outside of him. Now I've got the inside line for this next one. And he's driven into me. Thanks, Lewis. Yeah, fuck it. Did I drift or did he turn into me? Let's have a look. He's still got a full... He's literally turning left. I know I'm pushing him right to the wall, but he still has very much a full car's width there. And he cranks the steering on now, so he's turning as if I don't exist. And then just bumps into me when he's still got plenty of track to his right-hand side to use and avoid the contact there. I've definitely still left him plenty of space. I'm turning left here too as well. There's no need for that, Lewis. No need whatsoever. I'm going to give him even more space now. I was already ahead, so 99% of the time, if there's contact like that, I'll give up the position that I'm trying to take. But I wasn't at fault there, and for the sake of the content, we'll flash it back, as we always do. Everything is done with content in mind. You guys don't want to see me lap around for 40 plus laps with no pace whatsoever. That's not fun for anyone.
Russell has just completed a pass for the lead.
Hamilton now having a look around the outside of me. Exactly the same fashion as I did to him last lap. I'll give him racing room the inside, just as he did to me initially last lap. But he's got better traction there, so that's fine. Back down to P6 we go then. Still very happy right now. Don't know what our tyre wear is like compared to everyone else's. The one stop still very much the preferred strategy. See what others are doing strategically.
Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old.
Pretty sure everyone's going to be on a one stop. Yeah.
And the time last lap, 1 minute 33.8.
Don't know as anyone's going to be on a 2-stop.
Okay, the gap is
they won't have factored in the rain coming because the AI just don't.
Okay, we think they've got 2 stops
and Lewis is 2-stopping. Okay.
Your last lap time 1:34.3. This is great stuff. We're gaining by 3 tenths.
Lewis has gone defensive again. So we go around the outside of him. It's P5 back again. Thank you, Lewis. Some are 2-stopping then. Hopefully, on 25, the AI, for the first time ever, we've been waiting for it to happen for a number of years now, will actually acknowledge the fact that the weather forecast has some rain in it. And they'll adjust accordingly.
The Mercedes drivers out
so the AI only ever think strategically about what the weather is like at the very beginning of a race and don't plan for what actually the full forecast is. Why that is, I don't know. Maybe it's a difficult coding thing. Perhaps it's difficult to code that in
Okay, mate.
in-game
Alonso's ahead of you.
in
Right,
ones and
let's go. Let's
zeros.
try and get past them and put them on the back foot. Push, push.
I believe that's... Overtake Leclerc? Come on. I believe that's why they don't allow the lapped cars to overtake when behind a safety car. I believe it's just difficult to code to actually get it to do what they want it to do without causing undue issues. That's why lapped cars don't overtake in the F1 game. But it'd be cool if they just came out and said stuff publicly and were like, this is why this realistic thing isn't in the game. But I don't know whether they did actually do that or not. There was some contacts up there on that lap. Someone might have lost a little bit of front wing. I've just set the fastest lap of the race.
So far.
Oof, I nearly lost my front wing. I think I'd go medium at this rate. I think medium is still the best way to go about it. Leclerc now leads. George is going to be third here. Oof. Steady on. Caught the wall there. Bit unsighted behind the other cars in front. Thankfully, no damage. Nearly Franco Colapinto'd it.
Come on,
there you go. Bingo.
10 to 15 minutes.
Rain in 10 to 15 minutes. So the mediums might last long enough. The rain is going to come about the halfway point. Really tucked up behind Lewis here. It doesn't look like he's going to go defensive at all. He's going to take the racing line. They're 3 wide into this left-hander. Leclerc clunked the wall there.
Nice move.
I've now lost my position to Lewis because I was just so momentumless around the left-hander. This is absurd. I've got speed on Lewis, but I'm worried about going into the back of Fernando here. Can I get up the inside of those two? No, I was worried about Lewis again. Lando leads again. Oh, lock up from Charles.
Nice work, you smashed
Past the Ferrari.
Good job on hitting that target, mate.
Help me get my objective, thank you. I might be out of DRS range here. We might just be back in it. It's going to be close. We do have DRS, thank God for that. I'm going to save a bit of battery. Charles just a horrible lock up there. Gifted me the position and it's cost him, for the time being, until we're very slow around here because they're all concertinaed up, cost him DRS, but he's now back within it. He said rain in 10 to 15 minutes. Now, that might yet still be, because of the nature of the forecast, 20 odd minutes away. So we might still be making a dry pit stop before the rain. I'll keep asking about the weather.
Okay, expect to see
It's still saying 10 to 15 minutes.
15 minutes from now.
We're only, in theory, 8 or 9 laps away from making our first pit stop. But I don't want to jump too early and try and undercut if we can go long till the rain, or everyone's just going to go long till the rain. Undercut if we are all going to end up doing an extra stop. They're 3 wide there, Lando's very wide. Giving racing room. He's lost part of his wing there, Lando. The left-hand side of Lando's front wing is missing. Sorry, the right-hand side of Fernando's wing is missing. I caught the wall there. But I get away with it, and I could take the lead here. We can be 3 wide into turn 1. We have taken the lead. They were too busy scrapping amongst themselves. There goes my lead again. Fernando's just going to sweep around the outside here. George's going to get stuck behind me. I might lose 2 or 3 positions here. Trying to hang around the outside. I might still keep P1. We have kept P1 for now, but now I'm going to be the sitting duck. So I'm just try and save as much battery as I can, to try and lose as fewer positions as I can down the straight, because I will lose at least 1 or 2. Lando's coming up very quickly. Is he going to be close enough, though, to take the lead? No. Okay. Good. Good to know. I've got about 80% battery by the straight. I could hold on to the lead. They're very quick out of there, though. I'm always slow on the exit there. Is he boxing? Fernando's boxing, I think. Is he? Fernando's in. A handful are in. Is that the two stoppers boxing then? Or did he have that work? There's going to be more than... There's not going to be that many people with damage, so I think they're just two-stopping. The two-stoppers are in. Yeah, because it said that Lewis was two-stopping. I'm not sure how good a decision that will end up being. Although they'll be going mediums next, and if we do all pit before the rain, I'm going to put mediums on as well. We now need the rain to come quicker, otherwise those guys are going to get a really good undercut on us. George take the lead there. I feel like he just came across me though. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I had a bit more room to the right, maybe I should have used, but it was very aggressive from George. It's 1.5 seconds back to Yuki now. 1.5 seconds plus. Wonder if there's an opportunity for the three of us here to just try and get down the road a little bit. I have a feeling we'll probably end up just holding each other up so much that they'll close up the train gap again, but we could lose Lando here. I'm definitely going to be able to go medium because the rain surely is going to come before the second set of mediums would run out of competitiveness, but I'm really having to manage the throttle through a lot of the corners now. Gaps behind are opening up though, which is great. Fastest laps are changing hands as those that boxed earlier are going for it. And as George and Charles go for it, keep us getting closer and staying within DRS range, which is good news. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Please don't leave me behind. George has got to have a go at Charles here, surely. He's going for the outside line though, which isn't the one. Got a good run there, but they're just faster than me in a straight line. That's a no contest. Although...
The Ferrari driver's just moved into first place.
I'm not going to bother. I could have just thrown it up the inside. It's just not worth the risk of ruining people's races.
Okay, expect to see some rain.
Still 10 to 15 minutes. They're still saying 10 to 15 minutes.
It looks like rain is inbound and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5 minutes to the rain now. We will put on another set of medium tyres. Good pit stop, please, gents.
We had an issue removing
the right
rear wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us now and get back into this race.
Fucking pit stops on this game drive me absurd. Drive me absurd. Medium. Now we hope the rain holds off for a little bit.
Okay,
or if it does come, it doesn't immediately
we'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving.
need a switch to intermediate tyres. You can see what the undercut was worth though for Lewis and co. 5 seconds down the road now, but battling and coming up behind slower cars and getting held up. And others are pitting now as well. George is in the box. Charles in the box. One of the RBs now leads.
George is in the pits. He's in the pits now.
Behrman's boxing. There's a number of boxes here. We're going to make a number of positions. Question is, are we going to come out in front of or behind George and co?
Yes, mate. We hit the target. Nice work.
Up to 8th. We come out in front of George and Leclerc, who've gone to the hard tyre because they were one-stopping. That's the difference new tyres makes. Sorry, Joe. They're considerably... Oh, no, they're not considerably back. They're just right there. Never mind. I thought for a minute they'd lost loads of time. Lock up from Verstappen there, battling with Hamilton. Just saw some raindrops start to fall. Did indeed. It's really not very heavy, as we thought it might be.
Right, rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Whether this rain, for the moment, can leave us on dry tyres or not, we'll find out. Oh, I've got a run on Alonso here. And on the inside of Max. Max still on my inside though.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Pass Verstappen eventually. It's in these slippery conditions where it's not really dry, it's not really inters, where the AI just seem to be super strong at most circuits. We'll see if it's going to be the case here as well. I'm hoping the fact that everybody's battling quite so much means that any advantage that they might have will be nullified as long as I'm in amongst it. We're going to have to stay in amongst it for the time being.
But I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Definitely the right thing to have done to have boxed. We'd probably have lost our advantage by now if we had tried to stay out until the rain on those previous set of tyres that were struggling as it was in dry conditions, let alone now where it's going to get greasy. Gap to Leclerc has dropped to 2.7 now. We'll try and take the lead. I need to probably lose it again by turn 1. It is slippery right now. Here comes Verstappen. Ugh, really slippery. Christ.
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
As long as we're in this fight, there's a chance of a strong result still. Charles is now in DRS range of the back of Alonso. Charles and George are rejoining this fight. So much wheel spin now. This is where the AI are going to kick on instead of pace. We're definitely in that AI traction OP phase now with the weather. Oh, Lewis nearly did a George Russell there. Max is going to run away now. Now he's broken DRS. This is very quickly going to become Max Verstappen's race to lose. We're not anywhere near intermediate tyres weather yet though, that's the only thing.
It's be about time to come and change these
I'm going to give it one more lap. I don't want to pit, it's too much of a risk to box too soon. Nobody else is in yet, nobody else has made that decision.
So this rain could be with us for a while, light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Yep, and you just told me to potentially box. So, what are you on about? You're like, I think it's time to change tyres, and then you ask them again, they're like, oh, dries are definitely the best tyre for now. So, well, maybe I won't change tyres then. How about you actually don't talk in riddles, just tell me what's the best tyre to bloody be on.
Rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. We're not certain which is the best tyre right now, dries or inters.
They're staying out one more. I'm going to box.
Hitting this lap then, come into the pits
Late
at
call.
the end of this lap.
It was me earlier saying it's not worth the risk, but we're risking it.
Okay, go, go.
We know that the rain is only going to get worse.
There, mate. Looks like a nice stop time.
At least the weather forecast said the rain was only going to get worse. So let's find out, shall we? DRS disabled. We might have timed this perfectly.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
DRS disabled as we're in the pits. This might have been the most perfect time for a pit stop we've ever had in our entire bloody career. We've made the right call, of that there's no doubt. Hopefully everybody here will just get out of the way. I think Max is in. Around the outside of Perez, trying to lose as little time as possible.
George is in the pits. He's in the pits now.
Lots of boxes. Some are going to be forced to go again because the teams will make the decision to not double stack. And that happens with the Ferraris. One of the Ferrari has not boxed, and that Ferrari is Charles Leclerc. They have hung the championship contender out to dry here. We've closed the gap on Max Verstappen that was previously about 2 seconds. And Charles is having his entire race fall apart.
Okay, George is coming.
Ferrari have screwed him. It should have been Charles they brought in this lap and Lewis next lap. That gap to Charles Leclerc is just going to tumble, and he's going to lose so many positions here and so much time. Hopefully those behind get caught behind the other dry tyre runners, Porsche and Hulkenberg as well.
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while.
Max will drive away from me. I'm not going to have the pace in the wet. I just have to pray that the gaps around me are big enough. Hamilton's through. I have to try and manage slip and battery well enough. We've gained 3 seconds on Charles Leclerc this lap. His race is dead. Lando's quite a way back as well. Lando Norris. It's Oscar Piastri that's the further... Oh my God, Lando Norris is 16th. Lando 16th! Lando 16th, and Charles is still on dry tyres in the rain. The luck streak at Las Vegas continues. It might not be for the win this time. It might this time be for a bloody championship. Charles has come out in third. He's not lost too much time, miraculously. Not entirely too sure how he's managed that. But he's come out in third, just 5 seconds behind. Leclerc is still very much part of this picture. Lando, however, is not. Lando's well and truly out of this race, but there's still enough time left in the championship for him to turn it round. But as it stands, the 3-horse race is becoming, well, a 2.5-horse race. Max is showing why he's the master in these conditions, isn't he, here? Those behind are catching by 5/10 a lap. He's pulling away by about a second a lap. Max is just considerably faster than anybody else in these conditions. Lando's having a nightmare. Charles Leclerc is licking his lips at the minute, smelling blood in the water. The prancing horse is about to turn into a great white shark. He's preying on me at the minute. He sees a World Championship lead in his sights at the end of this Las Vegas Grand Prix. And he's going to have it too. Lap times are coming down though. We were doing consistent 40.4s and 40.3s. And I've just done a 40.1 followed by a 39.6, I think that was. So as fuel burns off, even though the tyres are getting more worn, the lap times are getting slightly quicker again. But it is definitely just going to be intermediate tyres till the end regardless. There's no chance that lap times come down enough that we consider putting on a dry set again. Pretty certain of that. We have a new set of softs to go to if miraculously the rain does dry up, but let's be honest, it's not going to.
Overtake now, come on, push hard.
It seems my pace, at least for the last couple of laps, has improved to the point that I'm able to manage the situation quite well. The gaps have halted and been consistent for 2 laps now. I have to keep that up for another 10 after we finish this lap, but hopefully we can do so. Can't afford to make many mistakes. I'm obviously going to make some mistakes because I'm me, but can't afford to make many mistakes. Tyres are really worn though as well. It's going to be a factor. 39.8, so still a decent lap time. Charles is now 1.1 seconds behind and he's starting to pull away from Lewis. I wonder whether they've been saving battery for a little bit and are now making a push for it. Oh no. I'm going to be second in the championship as we head to Qatar. Charles Leclerc a second still behind. Very much loitering with intent and will surely pounce given any sort of opportunity. Having to manage my battery still as best I can to try and keep myself as competitive as possible. We're able to extend the gap down the straight because we're able to save so much battery. It's just because of the setup. We have battery retention or engine braking to help boost the battery back up to harvest, set quite high. So I'm able to just burn battery all the way down the straight and save myself about 4/10 worth of time, which at the minute is keeping me ahead, but with every passing lap I become less and less confident at maintaining this advantage. 39 flat there is a very decent lap given the way things are going right now. Lap times are coming down with the fuel coming down as well, despite the wearing intermediates. Still 2.24 laps worth of fuel in the car though, so we're running quite heavy. I wonder what the other drivers are running with in terms of the amount of fuel they've got left. I'll have a look on their steering wheels. Let's have a look. So I've got 2.27, 9.9 laps worth of extra fuel. Suit yourselves, lads. They're all running with significantly more fuel. 12 laps on the Williams. 12 laps worth of extra fuel. Sergio Perez out the race. Virtual safety car.
Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is
only a VSC. Presume that's just an engine going rather than an accident of any kind. Where is the Haas? Yeah, it's just a mechanical fault. There's no smoke out the back. It's just a big issue, and then he's parked it in a very sensible place. That'll be a VSC only.
Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Ending.
Here we go, we're off again. Charles has gained loads of time there.
Clear.
He's now right on my back bottom. Charles a big gainer there under the VSC on the way out of it. I was just sat in the wrong position with the deltas and had to be off the throttle quite considerably. Because it flies from like 7/10 up to 8/10 down in the space of about 100 metres. It's really difficult at times, depending on where you are on circuit, to actually manage that and keep a decent gap. But we've managed to maintain the position at least, and I'll try and extend the gap back out a little bit, but it's helped us pass some time towards the end of the race. There will be 4 laps to go when we cross the line. Gap to Charles is about half a second now. And he's going to be in my slipstream, so my battery advantage down the straight is going to be less than usual. As you can clearly see. I'm in trouble now. I'm in real trouble. These mixed conditions have caused chaos. It is just Charles that's coming with though. Lewis and Alonso still a bit further back. They've lost out during the safety car VSC phase. If Charles takes me here, we will be level on points in the championship. And about 20 clear of Lando. Here he comes. Having to brake very late. Try and hold it around the outside. We've done so for now. 2 laps to go as we cross the line. At this stage, I think I'm comfortable We've been able to hold Charles behind for 15 or so laps now. Obviously, initially, he was 5 seconds behind and has closed it to a second, but other than the VSC restart, he's not been able to get close enough to have more than half a look. Max has opened up a giant lead. It's a great win for Max Verstappen in difficult conditions. That's what Max does. It's what he's made a career of, and what he has a reputation of being able to do. I'm going to try and not bottleneck this, as I have a reputation to do, and hold on for a P2 and extend my championship lead over Charles to 6 points, and our gap over Lando to 20. So as we start the final lap,
The final lap of the race. Final lap.
1.3 seconds to gap behind now. There's a yellow flag. Someone's going slowly somewhere. It's Max Verstappen's teammate Ollie Behrman is retiring from the Grand Prix on the last lap. You can see on the straight below. Maybe he's got a puncture because he's still continuing, or is he actually stopped? I'm not sure. If he continues on, then I think he's got... Whoa, I'm too busy looking at the minimap. Forgive me. Just trying to see if Ollie Behrman actually stopped moving or not. Concentrate on driving, Ches. That's something that a real-life driver won't do, because they don't look at a live virtual minimap in the bottom corner of their steering wheel. I think he's still going, or has he finally stopped? No, he's still going. I think what a real-life F1 driver can't do as well is do an instant replay. I can't see any issue with the tyre. I can't see any issue with any of the tyres. There's no puncture there. I don't know why he's going slowly then, quite frankly. Unless it's a similar issue to Perez and he just kept going until the end of the straight rather than pulling over. Maybe the end of the straight was the nearest marshal's point, to be fair, which is why he didn't stop. Ollie Behrman is out.
They've got a serious car issue. It
Yeah.
looks like they're retiring.
There must just not have been anywhere to stop down the straight. So he was forced to go all the way to the end of it before he was able to come to a stop. Suits me though, he's disappeared now, so there's no chance of a yellow flag affecting the race outcome. 12 seconds the gap to Max. Charles is trying to close and still is closing. He's saved all of his battery and I've saved quite a bit of mine as per usual. And hopefully I'll have enough for a squirt to the line as well to hold on to this P2. He's going to close it though. Max Verstappen wins. The gap is coming down. No, my battery's going to hold it for me. We're going to finish second in Las Vegas. On the podium for the third season in a row, but not victorious.
Yes,
But P2 will do with my championship rivals finishing behind me.
That's a great drive. Thank you.
Lando, we believe, outside the points, is given me driver of the day, but I don't think that
we're going to be hearing
that is going to be
because it's victory for Max
fair.
Verstappen.
When Max started 17th and was able to go and win the race. We've done that, something similar at Las Vegas before, P20 to the win, I think. And I may have mistakenly been looking at Max Verstappen a moment ago when looking at the cars.
Incredible driving.
This chat is live, or live chat is telling me, so apologies for that. But there we go. P2. P8 to P2. P17 to P1 certainly trumps that though, doesn't it? George started second but finishes 6th, unfortunately. Max got my Las Vegas luck, but will very much take a second place. So the lead over Charles has grown by 3 points, because I get 18 and he gets 15. So the gap to Charles is going to be 6 points. Didn't actually see there where Lando finished, but I believe he was running outside of the points and may well be 20 points behind us with 2 rounds of the championship to go. A sprint weekend in Qatar, followed by Abu Dhabi. And it's going to be maybe Charles and I going for it. It is indeed a 20 point gap back to Lando, who finished 14th. A terrible time to have an awful finish. There is still technically 3 races to go, factoring in the sprint. So Lando absolutely has enough points available to turn that back around if myself or Charles have poor showings. But obviously, we're going to try our best not to have a poor showing. Fully expecting dry weather only in Qatar and Abu Dhabi. Although there was a little bit of rain in Abu Dhabi in real life last year, wasn't there, I think? Go to the race weekend. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. I'd appreciate it. It's going to be quite the season finale, I think, this year. There's still everything to play for. It is fully dry. The sprint, obviously, in the daytime, which is always a little bit weird. Quali overcast, but definitely dry. And fully dry for the race and regular qualifying. What's the gap in the constructors now? Closed. The gap in the constructors has closed. It is now 23 points down from 28. So Ferrari still in with a shout of that as well. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, I think, both finishing ahead of George in that last race. Lewis 4th, Charles 3rd. Sorry, Lewis 5th, Charles 3rd. Lewis with the fastest lap and George 6th. So yeah, they have closed a little bit. Well, the show goes on, the fight goes on, with 2 1/3 races to go. Don't miss the rest of this season. Come and join me live on stream and watch every lap of every race, and I'll see you next time.